everyone. Good morning to you. It's 8 o'clock on the start of your Monday. Glad you're with us to start the day. We're bringing in Aaron Minkowski here. So our director in the back. There you go. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you for creating that two-shot for us.
I just was eating my lunch, and I see, we need you on camera too. And I'm like,
it's breakfast time.
It's the only time I eat.
Good morning, everyone. Glad you're with us. Okay, so a couple of things we want to talk about this morning as you're waking up. Number one, did you see the Grammys at all last night? Huge night in music. Taylor Swift walking away with a historic 4th Album of the Year award. There was some drama, though, with Jay-Z kind of talking about Beyonce.
You'll fill me in.
Oh, yeah. How she has the most Grammy Awards but never won Album of the Year. And he's like, well, you do the math on that one. Then we want to hear from you as well. Do you have what's called cyber-chrondria?
Is he like a billionaire? Like
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The two of them probably like multi-billionaires.
100%. Yeah, right. No doubt.
Right. Just checking.
So cyber-chrondria. Cyber-chrondria is real, you guys. And I'm sure so many of you have it. I have it. It's when you go and Google or WebMD all of your symptoms that, you know, maybe could be diagnosed as something major, but 9 times out of 10, isn't.
I would say 99 times out of 100. I've done it too, and you're like, never again. You know, you think the worst, and then you're like, you're fine.
Okay, so we're going to talk about that. And then if there's time, I want to talk to you about potholes. I want to find out where you're seeing potholes, what you're seeing this time of year, and if they've been fixed or filled in. So first, let's say good morning to everyone who's here with us. Good morning to you, Peter. And Linda is here. Kristen, Cheryl, good morning. Melly, Bonnie from the North Branch of Michigan. Barbara's here. Carol, Connie, good morning. Lori and Sarah, Kim. My mom is here. Hi, Jan. Lori is here. Megan, good morning to you. Debbie and Diane. Okay, so let's talk about the Grammys. So Taylor Swift coming in hot. She won 2 awards last night. For one was, I think, like pop female, blah, blah, blah. And then the other was Album of the Year. That's a pretty big deal. Connie says too much camera pan on Taylor, but nonetheless, she won these big awards. And when she won the last award of the night, which was, I believe, Record of the Year, she had that award presented to her by none other than Celine Dion.
Oh, I thought Celine Dion wasn't feeling well.
She's not. But this was like her big comeback in music. And it was like a major moment to see Celine be in the spotlight again. And she looks phenomenal. She looks so good. And then, of course, Taylor apparently snubbing Celine, not saying anything to Celine, not hugging her until behind the scenes, backstage, and people are like, well, what's going on here? Why did this happen? Turns out that she really didn't snub her. She was just really excited, and, you know, backstage, they hugged, they took a picture.
And it was the last one of the night, you said?
I don't know if it was the last one of the night. It was among the last.
So they might have been saying, okay, get your award, say your thanks, and get off the stage.
Get the hell out of here, right? You know, and that's the thing. Oh, Lauren, good morning. So happy for Taylor. Celine is the best and amazing. I know. When we saw Celine, we saw her twice. And
Vegas?
We saw her once in Vegas. We saw her once here.
Okay.
And she was just amazing. So good. And, like, you know, her talent is unmatched. This is a woman who has, you know, I don't know, she's performed all around the world.
Yeah.
She's done it. She's seen it. And, like, Celine is it. And then to see her come back out in the spotlight after feeling so sick, whew.
So
chills.
how did she have somebody helping her? Or
she got walked out by somebody on her arm, but, like, she was fine otherwise.
That's cool.
Yeah, she looked great. Lori, loved Celine, thought Miley looked a bit strange. Such a beautiful message. Jennifer agrees with me. Yes. Sherry says she may have been afraid to hurt her. I agree. Like, when somebody's not feeling well and, you know, maybe they told her, don't hug her or don't touch her on stage.
100%. You know, she just got walked out by someone, like you said.
Right.
And then you just won an award, and who knows what's going on behind the scenes. Social media drama.
Kim says, Taylor worked hard. I think she's really good. Listen to her, all her music. Me too. Okay, Kristen saying, yes, it was the last award of the night. Kelly saying, yay for Miley. Oh my God, leave Taylor alone. Exactly. And then Lauren says, everyone needs to relax. You need to calm down. Adam says, Miley Cyrus's performance was great, and it was so cool that she won the Grammy before her performance. I know. So she was singing that song, Flowers. It's about her ex-boyfriend. I can buy myself flowers.
Okay.
Write my name in the sand. But then she says, I was about to cry, but then she remembered she just won her first Grammy.
Oh, cool.
I thought that was so cool.
I know she was going to cry, or Adam Campos was going to cry. He's been very excited about somebody winning some awards.
Crazy. Lori says Celine won sounds like an angel. Okay, so this is also what I wanted to talk about too, Kristen. Did you see this? It was a huge duet between Tracy Chapman and Luke Combs.
Okay.
They both sang Fast Car, but Tracy Chapman was like 30 some odd years ago. Luke's cover of the song, came out, recently, but it was like a cool moment to see them on the stage together. And I really wanted to clip this. Oh, here it is. Can we play it for you really quick? Johnny, my boy, roll it for us.
Come on, Johnny.
Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove.
You got a fast car, and I got a plan to get inside of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money.
I mean, so good. With the echo and all.
Hey, that added a little to it.
Kelly says it was the best moment of the night, that duet. Luke and Tracy, so cool. Nancy says, love this song. I do too. It's going to be in your head for the rest of the day. Beautiful. Lauren says, Peter says, I never knew that Tracy Chapman song, and I've heard the song on the radio for years. Yeah, right? I mean, this was 30 some odd years old. And here she is back in the spotlight. I mean, who just turned 80 and was, oh gosh, what is her name? Why can't I think of it?
Joni Mitchell.
Thank you. Just turned 80, also performing for the first time at the Grammys. What?
Yeah, I mean, Paul McCartney, I think, is 80 as well. Willie Nelson, 80?
Right.
That's some 80-year-olds who are still rocking it, yeah.
Billy Joel was there. Yes, Joni Mitchell, exactly. Thank you. This past weekend, I was watching the documentary, speaking of Billy Joel, about We Are the World. Have you seen that?
I did not. I saw a snip of, you could watch the documentary of the behind the scenes of the making of it.
It was fascinating.
Okay. You had a lot of egos together in that room. Is that
right.
what you're talking about?
Well, and so the big note on the door when all of these guys walk in, guys and girls, the superest of superstars, walk in through this door, and the note on the door says, check your ego.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I thought that was so cool. And I mean, to see Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, Diana Ross in the room. I mean, it was so cool.
Forget how many people were in that. Yeah.
Diane says Willie Nelson is 90. Lori says We Are the World's the best. I love Piano Man. Peter says Stevie Nicks still rocking. Want to see Heart in August. Yeah, I mean, there are so many great acts coming to Western New York this summer. Okay. So, right, Adam, talking about Jay-Z, saying some of the artists in Album of the Year category didn't belong in the category. Yikes, that is the drama of the day. Was he talking about Taylor, though?
I hope
not. I don't know. Paula says, am I the only one that didn't watch the Grammys? I'll be honest, Paula, I didn't watch. I just saw the highlights.
I didn't even know they were on, Paula. So, yeah, I'm learning a lot from Edward this morning and from what I've seen during the morning show. Yeah.
Barbara
says, a new book that I'm really into. So
there you go. I DVR'd it, have to watch it later. The memories of that song, I know. Patty says, Jay-Z was so rude. Kim says that was rude. Melly says she didn't watch either. So, okay, a lot to catch up on nonetheless.
Yeah, you brought it, though. You brought up the energy, and I feel like I watched it last night.
Well, now you don't have to.
and I won't. So yeah, that works. Yeah.
It's hard for me to watch these shows because, at the end of the day, they're people just like everyone else. Yeah. We've gone to award shows. They're exhausting.
You were just in New York with some big names. You know what I mean? And I've done the Emmy thing, and I did it once. I'm like, all right, this is cool. But yeah, it's a long night. And at the end of the day, they are people, I wouldn't say like us because they got a lot more money.
Well, sure.
But like Jay-Z, I mean, if I'm a billionaire, I hope I don't complain about anything.
Right.
We'll see if that day ever happens.
They call me Hove, H to the O-V. I used to push snowflakes by the O-Z.
Is that a
Jay-Z
song? Okay. Remember we had a person here who worked as Jay-Z, I called him.
Oh, yeah,
Jay-Z.
of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
like use the Canadian
Back in the
version.
day.
Yeah.
Connie says, I wasn't going to watch, but not much else on last night. Pat says, I fell asleep. Mary says, we'll watch Entertainment Tonight and see the highlight. Yeah, okay. There you go. Okay, let's talk about this one. This is, I think, something that a lot of us all face. Cyber-chrondria.
Oh, yeah.
When you don't feel well, when you are like gross and sniffly and sneezy, or you got like this weirdo bump and bruise that just kind of appears out of nowhere, what do you do? Do you call the doctor or do you reach out to WebMD?
You know, if you reach out to WebMD, I think you're gonna end up calling the doctor anyway, because you are gonna go down a rabbit hole that you're just gonna think you have every illness that's ever been invented, and some that maybe never been heard of.
So I was talking about this on the air this morning. I am that person who Googles my symptoms.
Yeah.
And so there was a moment a few months ago where I was kind of like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I got this weirdo lump under my armpit. And I know this is too much information, but whatever, it is what it is. We're all human.
You're a sharer.
Open book. Your man probably read it. WebMD, Adam says, just tells you you're about to die.
True.
My mom, though, weighing in saying, you're just a hypochondriac, period. Okay, no, cyber-chondriac is when you Google your symptoms.
I love your mom. Jan, I tell you, I remember this. So a lot of times you come in and I'll walk in and I'll hear Katie go, "You've got to be kidding me, Edward." And I'm like, "Oh, what illness does he have now?" And so yeah, we're on it.
So I thought I had lymphoma. And I sent the doctor a note in the portal. And I'm like, look, I Googled my symptoms. I am not sure what's going on. I've got this painful lump under my arm. Help me help you. Get me in fast. And so they rushed me in. She's like, the doctor's flipping out.
Oh, sure.
Because they're like, oh my gosh, exactly. Turns out it was nothing. So
good. You're still here. That's
all's
awesome.
well that ends well.
Yeah.
Megan says,
funny.
Text my doctor's office, set an appointment. Carol says, I call my cousin who's a doctor and then listen to her. Lori says, love WebMD, found a lump, kept my cool, discovered the answer, doctor appointment confirmed. Okay, so there you go.
There you go. That's a good ending.
Right. Yeah. Marguerite, I don't even like that results show up in my care. Oh, my care, like the chart before the doctor calls you. I know, that's scary too. Like when you get blood work, does it show up in your app?
Yeah, and then like you don't, so then you got to Google the numbers. Like, is this number okay?
What's normal?
Hey, they're all in the green section except this one. It's kind of in the yellow or red section. You're like, hey, what does that mean?
I'm dying. Right. Naturally. Peter says WebMD, just to give a general picture. So when you walk into the doctor's office, doctor and I are on the same page and I have a little background so I can understand his language. Okay. Then Barbara, kind of circling back to what I was saying before, you have lymph nodes under your arm and your neck and groin. Viruses can cause them to enlarge too. So I was a little ill.
Yeah.
And I had, this was about the same time that I had a really infected cuticle. So I'm like, well, what if it went up my arm and it's in my bloodstream? I'm thinking the worst.
Yeah.
Can you imagine my concern? Fear.
Your brain was on overdrive. Yes, yes. That's, well, at least you took care of it. A lot of people might just ignore it. Like I'm one of them, so yeah.
So apparently most Americans have searched for health information online, and about a third of those people were looking for a diagnosis of condition.
Do you think doctors just dislike WebMD?
100%.
Yeah. They're like, here we go again.
Right. Well, but like, Lori, you could have had a plugged hair follicle.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Lori. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like doctors probably think that WebMD is the bane of their existence.
They probably come in on Monday morning after a weekend of people researching their illnesses.
Right.
Yeah. And they're like,
check their messages on the portal.
Here we go. Yeah.
I don't know, but this is the first time that the doctor that I go to has had a portal. So I use that portal as if they are my best friends.
Right, well,
I feel like I should, though.
I mean, you have the doctor, they put you're in the portal. I'm not a portal person. So every time they're like, we'll send your stuff to the portal. I'm like, I'm not going to get it because I'm not signed up. And I'm never going to. So just hand me a little piece of paper. Yeah.
Brittany says you get a paper cut on your finger, and WebMD says you're septic and gonna lose the finger.
Right here. I know. That's yeah, I'm with you.
My dad is here. Good morning, Kev. He says you're crazy. Thank you, Dad. Appreciate
I love that your dad and your mom bringing the honesty
They
this
know.
morning. We just need your sister to chime in.
Well, and then so she's the first person I call after I WebMD.
Right.
She's a nurse.
Yeah.
So I figured like, okay, Dana, you know exactly what's going on. Like, this is what's happening. This is what WebMD says. Fill in the blanks for me.
You're fine, does she say?
Barbara says, Ed, there are a lot of people like you. I birthed one. Yep, see, y'all know. Aunt Sue is here. Good morning, Aunt Sue. Glad you're with us.
Family reunion.
Yeah, she's in Florida. Lauren, Russell is the worst hypochondriac. And I don't know
Russell is really
the worst. And I could be like, Russ, you know, I'm really not feeling well. He's like, yeah, me neither. Really? Is it because I'm not feeling well that you're not feeling well?
So no matter what, if it's like, Russell, I've got a headache. He's like, oh, mine's way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like to call, you know, Penelope from Saturday Night Live, she's the one-upper.
Yeah, okay.
She's like, yeah, I like you a lot. She's like, I super duper like you.
Gotcha.
That's Russ.
That's Russell.
I could be like, oh, wow, the sky is blue. He's like, yeah, it's bluer than blue. He's so funny.
That is funny.
Lori says, Russ has sympathy pain. Exactly, Sherry. He's got to one-up you. Do you feel like that? Does that ever happen to you?
No, you know, not in that way, the Russell way. That's pretty funny. So no, I don't have that going on, but that is funny. You know, like I was a little sniffly this weekend, but feeling like okay now.
Yeah.
I think the sun made a big difference. It felt great to be outside.
It
and then
did.
Russell said, it felt better in Hamburg where my son was.
The sun was sunnier there. Okay. All right, Russell. Right. Thank you. Exactly. Lauren, you have a headache. He's like, oh my God, I have a brain tumor. Not that it's any joking matter, but you're right. That's exactly how he is.
I love that all of your family members,
everyone,
your parents
knows.
And aunts and your sister-in-law, all chime in. And poor Russell, he's going to get to work, but the phone's going to be blowing up. They're crushing you on second cut today. You're like, oh, my headache. Oh, my back hurts now.
Right. Oh, I've got so much work to do. Oh, whatever.
Edward, why do you guys do that to me?
That's not how I sound, Edward, but it is. Aunt Sue says, you married him. I know. It's because I love him. And you know what? I saw something on Instagram this morning during one of the commercial breaks, and I sent it to Katie and to actually Russ's sisters because I feel like they would feel my pain here. It's of this cat who
this is gonna be funny.
It's so funny. It's an angry cat in the front seat of a car in the passenger seat, and it's just like this cat deadpanning, giving side eye, and says, when he irritates me and makes me mad, but he's the love of my life and I don't want to be away from him. And the cat's just angry.
This is marriage.
Right. So funny.
Oh, fun times.
Okay, let's talk about the forecast here because a lot of people wondering about the sun. I'm wondering when we're going to see the sun too.
All right, cloudy right now. Sun will peek out later this afternoon. So we do have some clouds to deal with today, but sunshine breaks out later today. Tomorrow, a little more sun near 40. Some sunshine on Wednesday, low 40s. Clouds do return on Thursday, but we're in the 50s. 50s again on Friday with some rain showers and scattered showers on Saturday, and then some rain and snow on Sunday. So we do have a few days here where it will be dry, at least dry through Thursday, and we'll have some sun breakout as the days move along. So
you say sun breakout like it's a zit coming out.
Okay, that's the last thing I want to compare my forecast to, big guy. So it's a little cloudy this morning, and we're going to have the clouds around through mid-afternoon, but then the clouds will start to dissipate.
Okay, thank you. There we go. I want the sun.
Mostly sunny near 40 tomorrow. I do too. I tell you, I ran yesterday. My foot's been bothering me, so I finally got out yesterday, and just the sun felt so. I mean, it was 40, but 40 and sunny is just fine. It just makes your mood so much better.
So Patty says maybe my sump pump will get a break. Are you seeing a lot of water in your basement, Patty? A lot of people are in that same position as you.
You know what the worst is? Like today is garbage day, and you drive around the neighborhood, and you see a lot of people who have their rugs rolled up from the basements getting water, and I'm like, oh, what a bummer. It's just such a tough situation.
So Connie says, don't fret. I'm sure winter will be back. What do you think about that?
Oh, I totally agree with you, Connie. Lake Erie, 36 degrees. And once we get toward the middle and end of this month, there's a colder pattern developing. So we're going to flip the switch and expect some cooler air for the end of the month. It's still winter. I mean, we just passed the climatologically coldest part of the season. So we're getting there.
Okay.
But I mean, it's
Slowly
still
but surely.
Yeah.
Kelly says, "Oh my God, still dealing with basement water claims. How many did you file, Kelly? Oh my gosh."
Oh.
And then Patty says, "I flooded 4 times in December and January. That is a nightmare."
That is such a bummer for you, Pat. I feel for you. But you know, it's that El Nino pattern. We get the snow and then it warms up again and everything melts. And then your basement has to deal with it, especially, these sump pumps are just, I hear ours going all the time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Paula says my tulips are up already. That's early.
Wow.
That's super early.
That is super early.
Lori says Valentine's Day right around the corner, then Easter Bunny. Yep, no doubt. I just posted a picture. Actually, I posted it yesterday on my Instagram page. You can follow me on Instagram at Dranch TV, at Aaron Minkowski.
I just broke 1,000 followers.
Hey, up high. Great job.
I feel so hip. Yeah. I wouldn't, it's our thing at the station now.
We need it.
So yeah, please follow the big guy, and if you can
Yeah.
throw me one too. Yours are much more interesting. You're on there more. I throw a few weathers and a little running.
So, I just posted a picture of Gladys yesterday because
what's she doing?
she's great, but she hasn't seen the sun in God knows how long.
Like 40 days.
So we put her outside to go to the bathroom, and she's looking at me like all squinty,
Oh,
like, what's
poor
going on
dog,
here? And it was so funny. I snapped a quick picture of her because it was just that funny. So follow me on Instagram at Dranch TV. Look at her little face.
Oh my gosh, you can tell that she's like, why am I blinded by this yellow thing?
What is this thing?
That's so funny.
Kelly says, Aaron, you're validated now. You rock.
I do a little check mark on my name. Yeah, Kelly. Apparently it's a big deal. So I appreciate that.
So funny. Marguerite says Gladys gonna need vitamin D. Yeah, we're all gonna
do.
need it.
Oh my goodness.
Lori, Miss Gladys is awesome. Yes, she is.
But I tell you, not seeing the sun for so long, like normally I'm okay, but this year, it's almost like, come on,
I know.
Bring me some sunshine.
And after all that weather that we had, the twin snowstorms, you're kind of like, okay, you need a break and you need some light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like that provided it.
It certainly did. It certainly did. And saw so many people out, and about Saturday and Sunday, everyone at the car wash, which is always cool to see. And, just get in the car, get that salt off and kind of get yourself recharged for, well, it's still February.
Yeah.
And it's still early February.
So what do you think? Linda says it's going to be a hot summer. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, if the pattern persists, it should be.
Yeah.
But
dry?
It's February. I flip a coin. I mean, I know, and I'm sorry, I wish I had a better answer, but I'm not a big fan of the long range forecast. So
more storms today. Where's that, Connie? Oh, Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Probably, right?
Holy cow.
Yeah, sun said in Florida. And yeah, huge storm, tornado watch down South Florida yesterday. So
and then that Pineapple Express out west, right?
Yeah, that's a big deal. I mean, they're going to get a ton of rain in Southern California, all the way. I shouldn't say just that, all of California. You saw San Francisco because Josh Allen was out there playing golf,
right, with Brady.
Tom Brady, and then they had huge storms come in last night into this morning. So very stormy out west, very stormy down in the Sunshine State. But for us, just tranquil for the next couple of days.
Julie says California's getting it. Lori says California bad. Kim says the hotter the better. And then Connie talking about, he's in Fort Lauderdale, got it worse than I did. Wow, crazy. Barbara says we need 7 days of sub-zero temps to kill the viruses going around. With my health issues, I sometimes feel like Gumby and Pokey just found twisted after 40 years in the attic. Wow. Oh gosh, Dusty and
unfortunately, I'm not going to have any 0 degree readings anytime soon showing up on our 7-day or the 10-day or the 14-day. So
I'm kind of okay with it. I apologize to you, Barbara, because I'm sure it sucks being sick, but I like being able to walk outside with a fleece and just kind of deal with it.
I ran yesterday in just a sweatshirt, felt great. I had a winter hat on and I took off like halfway through my run because it was getting too warm.
Yeah.
That I was fine with. And you know what? I know we did the story with the maple syrup, and you've got these sunny afternoons and then temperatures in the 20s overnight, which I think is great for maple season. Plus skiers, happy. They're making snow. I see a ton of Holiday Valley updates for people skiing. So they're making snow at night, and you're going to enjoy the slopes. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds right now.
Danielle, oh my God, heat wave this week. Time to pull out the sandals. So I before like the first snowfall, I was wearing sandals up until about Christmas.
Yeah,
I love wearing flip flops.
I think they're my favorite thing to wear as well.
Yeah,
flip flops. You gotta be careful though. You run into the like get the mail in your flip flops, and I'm always like, I'm gonna kill myself if I fall. But they're just so easy. It takes 1 second to put them on. Boom.
Yeah,
out the door.
sliders. You've got your what do they call them? The Birkenstocks. Love those. Humidity in Florida is awful, Marguerite says. And then Connie says, however, by the end of the week, we're supposed to be in the 80s. You can't beat that.
What, down in Florida? Yeah. I love the humidity and the heat. But,
yeah. Mark wondering, can we put the shovels away?
I wouldn't do that yet, Mark. Yeah.
There you go. All right, listen, we got to get the show on the road. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Have a great day.